Well, Carlos, thank you for coming on.
I'm glad to be with you. I'm happy to get into the conversation, get into the details, and get into the little nick and cranny, little nicks and crannies about what art is all about.
Yes. Well, let's talk about you for a little bit. What got you into entertainment industry?
Well, I've always been a storyteller. I think you're born with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us we don't want to grow up. I think we're young spirits and we come into this world and we want to say something and it's kind of like when you're doing it, especially on stage, because right now I'm doing a play and you get the reactions of the audience. It's like it's magical, and you want to make people feel good and fuzzy inside.
I
I mean,
agree.
mhm.
You want to make people happy. That's what it's about, storytelling. That is about the what we do as a talk show host, a producer, director, whatever, us in the industry, we are storytelling. So,
Yeah, yeah, but it does have what we do, or anybody that's listening to this or watching this. If you want to do this, you have to be a little crazy because it takes a little insanity of us. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna, it's too much. It's too much of a heartbreak. Too many no's. You hear more no's than yes, but it's okay. You know, I remember when I was younger, back in the days, used to go to like sock hops in high school, and they would force you to, you know, mingle with the opposite sex. And you would see like Marla or, any Iris or the other Cynthia, the other girls that I used to have a crush on. And you would go and you would ask them to dance. Like you wouldn't do this on social media. You would literally, and your heartbeat was pounding and it was coming out and you're sweating. But I learned rejection at an early age from saying, "You want to dance? No. You want to dance? No, no." But I was fighting for the yes one. And then once the yes was there, it's the same thing with art. You
and
look for the
one
yes.
thing I want to say is you're right. You have to have a thick skin being
Yep,
in this entertainment industry, and that's for
absolutely.
sure. Now, I'm gonna go off with that, meaning with a thick skin. How did you handle auditions, and what's your advice for a lot of young actors who are going into the entertainment industry?
So a lot of it has changed, my brother. I
Mm-hmm.
have to say that it's not how it used to be. It's colder now. Because before you
And
would
pardon me, can you explain that as well briefly?
Older, absolutely. Like you would go to an audition room and there were people there inside the room. They would shake your hand. Sometimes they didn't want to shake your hand. They would greet you. There was water there. You meet other actors there. And it was like you would see each other. So it was kind of like, it was cold, but there was still kind of connection. Now it's a tape. I just did one today. This background, it's a gray. It's made out of material that I got from a cloth, and I just, extended it. And there's like, you know, little poles here. So I had one today, and it was for Toyota. And I don't know who the casting director is. They don't know who I am. They they've seen my photos and my reel, but it's just so cold that there's no human connection anymore. And you literally only have about 3 seconds. They literally click on your video to open. And if you say, "Hi, my name is Carlos and I'm from this," and you do a song like this, they're like out. You gotta have a personality. You gotta own yourself. And so the rejection is you just don't care. I don't care anymore because you're always gonna get the answer no. You're looking for the yes. So the casting whole thing has completely changed after COVID. And so I get used to it. I just did a commercial for Home Depot you're about to see in the fall. And I was outside of my house, not using this background, and it was for Home Depot. So I literally got a drill and I drilled something on the freaking table outside to make me more real and not so acty. And I booked the job. So maybe it takes an extra effort so that you can stand out
Mm-hmm.
instead of you saying, "Hi, my name is Carlos Moreno Jr. I live in Los Angeles. I'm 5'7", and so but you only have 3 to maybe 5 seconds before they go next. They click on it next, and there's and now it's so competitive. It's worldwide. Where I think it's great because some of you can audition for roles that are here or New York or in Atlanta or Mexico or Hong Kong, wherever, and you can submit yourself. So there's more opportunity, there's more competition. So don't worry about the word no. Word no doesn't mean anything. Just get to the next audition and do and have fun. Because when
Mm-hmm.
you're having fun, the people that are going to watch you are going to have fun with you. But if you're
Yeah.
insecure, they're going to be insecure. So just put your stamp on it. This is how it goes. Vámonos. That's it. And move on.
Yes, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun for sure in the entertainment industry. And auditions, you just send it in and forget about it. That's for sure.
Move on.
Um, what was the most biggest pivoted moment in your career?
I had to say the first biggest role I had was the first Transformers about almost 20 years ago, 18 years, maybe 20. Actually, shit, 18, yeah. Um, that movie gave me an opened a lot of doors. I played the role of Manny. It was the first one, the best one, by the way. And that opened doors for the casting directors because once you book something big, even if it's like a regular on a show, once you book something big, you go to auditions and dude, you're working. So guess what? They want you because you're the hot thing that's working right
Mm-hmm.
now. They just saw you on the big screen and it's going worldwide and you're everywhere. And so you book a TV show and another TV show and another TV show and you feel like, wow, the door has opened. But then after a couple of years, you start all over again. So it is a roller coaster. You just got to ride the wave when it's up there and then down. But that role of Manny was the first one that I got to be in the red carpets. I got interviews. A lot of doors open for me.
That's
Um,
amazing. And you're absolutely right. It is a roller coaster up and down in the entertainment industry, and it's part of it. Um, and that's the thing a lot of actors and actresses who are upcoming needs to realize that it's a roller coaster.
yeah, and I think that for the younger generation, the younger actors that are coming up and coming, because I'm already a seasoned actor, even though I look 38. So um, it's very interesting because when that door opens, when that door opens for you, you gotta be ready. Because if you're not ready, brother, that door will shut and you'll never be able to get back in again. Because so that's why the actor, especially because this is an acting piece, uh, has to be in control. You got to know your technique. You got to be educated because if they give you an opportunity and you mess it up, they'll never call you again.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
you got to,
100%.
that's why you see sometimes stars go all the way, like they freaking make it and then they don't do anything because they don't have discipline. They have diva scenario syndrome, whatever syndrome. Um, because sometimes actors are like, well, I'm there before he or she is, and why do I always have to like be the first one? And so there's these little tips between actors. Just stop it. Just get there, be professional, do your job with a good attitude, smile, do the best work, go back home and repeat.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah, I totally agree with you. What was the most challenging role you ever taken?
The one I'm doing right now. Well, I've done some hardcore, like thugs and gangster, criminal roles. But the one I'm gonna play right now called the mother F with the hat. Sorry, the mother F, with a
Mm-hmm.
hat.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it's a play with Lodrick Collins, Alex. I forgot. I think it's Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Desert. And it's also with Jordan and Jolie Oliver and myself. And I am the character is a comic relief of the play because the play it was done on Broadway and it's very, very heavy. And it's about, the isms, alcoholism and being an addict of any type from relationship addict to substance addiction, love addiction, all the above. And these other characters have their families and I mean their significant other. And my character has a significant other, but he's in the closet. So I had to be very careful not to portray this character made fun of, but rooted in reality because this character is also very lonely. And all the characters in the show are very lonely. They all want to be loved, they all want to be accepted. And so it was challenging for me not to make fun of being flamboyant, but to be real and then the comedy comes because it's hard. It's really difficult to play comedy. You cannot play comedy. It's the hardest. Drama, comedy. If you can make people laugh, you're genius. And it is very difficult to do that. But it's also very easy once you understand
Hmm.
how to do it. And you do it through heightened evaluation. So instead of let's say a scenario where I'm just going to pick something randomly. Um, the your car doesn't work in the morning and you have to be somewhere. So it's not like the car doesn't work. It's like, no, the car doesn't work and I'm going to be meeting the president of the United States. So now it heightens up everything. And oh my God, it did it. And that's where the comedy comes in because of the situation of how you do it. It's still the same story. They just say the car, you got to get in the car, but it doesn't start. So Carlos will say, I'm meeting the president as a character. And now I have to act like I'm meeting the president. And that's where the comedy comes in. I'm cursing or I'm saying things really fast and I'm pulling my hair. And so it's heightened evaluation. And Jim Carrey is a perfect example of how he evaluates everything to a very high degree. So it's difficult because you got to make people laugh and everything's on you, like it's on your shoulders. So it's very challenging to be, hola chico, ¿qué vamos a hacer aquí, tú sabes? Just like that Puerto Rican, and then be honest with it. And people are like, they just love it. I'm making empanadas. Do you want one? Okay, how about your friend? Okay. I have plenty of hot empanadas here, baby. See what I'm saying?
Yes, you're right. Being a comedian is the weight is on your shoulder. You got to make the whole room laugh. That is for sure. If you
And
don't,
I'm not a comedian. That's the thing. That's the
but you can
thing.
do a good job just like that.
Yeah, yeah, because I have the training. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, and I'd love who is your favorite comedian?
Well, there's several. Definitely John Leguizamo. Okay. And Jim Carrey, those two. Of course, you have the old greats like Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy. We go back to even further than that. I'm going blank right now, excuse me, but sorry. But there's a plethora. I just even John Candy. I just enjoy what makes you laugh, brother? When you see yourself in the character, number one, or you've seen it somewhere in your life, number two, because you've been there. And then it feels so good and genuine when you laugh and it's like you touch a chord of the universe within yourself. It's special, man.
That is
Special.
true, 100%. Um, who is your dream actor you want to work with?
God, there's a lot of them. I've worked with big celebrity. I mean, I didn't even know this guy. Check this one out. Michael Shannon from I think he was in Superman in 2016. He was in Boardwalk Empire, and I think right now he's in a show right now. So he's a theater actor, and I didn't know who he was until like after the fact while I was working with him
Mm-hmm.
is I get a little star struck.
Mm-hmm.
um, but I would love to work with anyone that has any kind of training. But the biggest one, I will say, it's Meryl Streep.
Oh yes, she's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I don't know. She is amazing. I love Mary Streep. Everything she does, her roles, she can sing and dance and yeah, that laugh and everything. I just when I first heard her, well, when I watched her sing in a movie, I was like, "Wait, is this really you singing, Mary Streep?" And it is because it's kind of like, "What?"
But she can sing beautifully. It's just for that particular film, it was
Yeah,
just.
I'm just surprised she hasn't tried to sing in front of other people.
Mm. So I had a dream a long time ago. Meryl, if you're listening, please call me. I had a dream that I met her. I don't know, it was like somewhere here in LA, and I became her assistant. And I had told her, I will work for free. I don't care. I just want to be around you and I want to learn so much. Because artists like this, I feel like her, have kind of like an obligation to show us how they did it, how we can get as great as they are, because it's the level of detail is just, I mean, I can't stop taking my eyes off of her. Whatever she does this with her hair and whatever she looks with an eye like that, it's just amazing. But she worked with, you need to listen, Google this guy. She was married to John Cazale. Write that down. Jean Cazale, one of the best actors that lived. Even he was in The Godfather. All three of them. He played Frodo in the film. But even Al Pacino said that he learned everything from John Cazale. And Meryl Streep was with him. I think they were married, and she said the same thing. So he's an interesting cat. And there is a documentary called John Cazale. Check it out. And I study that guy. There's a scene where it's like the wedding scene and the Godfather, and everybody they're doing a picture. And you see Marlon Brando is
Mm-hmm.
there, and the whole family, the Italian family, is all like all lined up. And you see John Cazale look down to check if his zipper was down, to zip it up. That moment, it's so specific, and it's just like, holy macros. I should think like that. And most actors would just be posting, everybody, no, he did. All right, is my zipper okay? Okay, it is. Be honest and real in the moment. And I'm sure Meryl and Al, because they do talk in this documentary, that those two, Mel and Al, would love it. There's some other ones, but that level of artistry is just like, it's just wonderful, dude. Get immersed in it, lost.
Wow, she is absolutely amazing. And I know who you're talking about because I haven't watched the documentary, but I will.
Thank you.
And you know, and learning from another great actor helps you.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, and it's absolutely amazing when you hear stories like that. And um, I want to talk into AI real quick.
Oh, great.
A lot of things are happening. The technology is happening, and everything, tongue twisting. I've said it twice. What do you believe, what entertainment industry needs to watch out with AI?
Okay, so I'm going to try to do this real quickly. Art, you need somebody, another person across you to make it feel heartfelt. So AI is a tool to help it when it's a budget that you don't have $100 million to create a monster or to create You can use AI to kind of help tell the story. You can use AI to help write a story, to storyboard a story. I'm a stick figure guy. I can't draw. So I can use AI to get my shots put together. I used to take a long time to write episodes for my web series that I have called Pepitos Mamadas on Red Coral Universe, which is a platform that we just got picked up in January. It would take me a long time sitting down, and I as a writer, I have to be in the right frame of mind to write because you have to channel the right chord that connects the supreme creator of art out there that you can write thing because it doesn't happen so easy for me. It takes me a long time to write, you know, 15, 20, 30 pages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So AI can help out. So I give instructions and AI spits it out. And I give more instructions and it spits it out. And so we are working. So AI is like my assistant.
Mm.
So I created as a tool to because sometimes it gives you stuff like, no, 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 no. I said this, and I type it. No, 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 no. I think you're, and then, oh, sorry. So it's become my assistant. Instead of me spitballing to myself at the wall, now I spitball with him. I don't know what it is, with it. Sorry. And it gives me ideas that I never would have thought. And I would say, give me, some sort of non-linear idea, or sometimes I go arbitrary choices that I normally wouldn't come up with. And it gives me random stuff, and I go, oh, I like these three. And then eventually I work with it like another actor or another writer. So I work, it tells me something, and then I go further. I use that, and I go, okay, how about this? Until we finally decide to get to the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I use it as a tool. Now, for actors, because eventually we will have AI as people, I think that's where we're wrong. I think as artists, you need to have somebody that can feel emotion back. So when I see, or it will be eventually, AI films or AI stuff, you're not gonna feel the soul of because it doesn't have a soul. It doesn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
can comprehend it, but it doesn't know how to really cry. And it also doesn't know irony.
Mm.
So I use a lot of irony in my work as a special. That's how comedy works. Instead of saying, very dramatic in Spanish, telenovela, I'll do a little telenovela right here in Spanish. ¿Pero por qué? ¿Pero por qué me hiciste esto? Right? Why did you do that? You can go, ¿pero por qué? You kiss them. ¿Por qué me hiciste eso? And you go the opposite of what you're saying. That is irony. You know, you slap them and you kiss them. You laugh at them and you cry. So it doesn't have that capability. So it doesn't feel. And for Generation Z, um, we need to put down the computers and the gadgets. And if you want to be a really good artist, it can help you, the AI, but you really need to have another human being because I had to teach actors because I also teach sometimes once in a while. It's been a while, but I used to teach younger actors. I go, have you ever broken up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend? Depending on the kid. They're like, yeah. How do you do it? On a text? No. The real person, go and see how it feels and how it connects in your heart and your tears and the feeling and all that you need as an actor to do it. So AI is not going to help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it as both ways, as a tool only, but do not lose a humanity in it because it still doesn't have that. It's the humanity of
Very
it.
true, very true. And you're absolutely right. Go in person and tell them, I'm going to break up with you. Don't do it with a text message. That's a good advice for everybody
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
You don't
I
want
mean,
them to feel, how do you describe it?
yeah,
You,
have some balls.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
said it right there. You do. You do. You do. You gotta do it. You gotta go out there and then you're right. As being an actor, you can't rely on just text message. You just gotta act it out, feel the emotions, cry, and feel the
Yes,
feelings.
you gotta get lost in the feeling. I tell a lot of young like, how do you? When's the last time you cried? They don't know how to cry. They don't know. They get upset by themselves. Like here, and I go, no, talk to them about it. Talk to your parents or whatever, so you understand, because it's gonna help you. Because the actor can only bring he or she knows, and if you don't know feelings, then you cannot. It's going to be hard for you to create those feelings. I
Mm-hmm.
can cry in a heartbeat. I can laugh in a heartbeat. I can get angry in a heartbeat because I know all this. All I got to do is just go back and I think of a certain situation and bang, it's there because it fires me up. So there's techniques to do this, tricks.
Right. 100%. I totally agree with you. To make the AI and the acting industry, can work together.
We can work together. It's I've accepted it. There's no way if you do not accept AI, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be behind because
And it's
people are right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're right. You're absolutely right. We have to accept it. This is the new generation of it, the AI, and it's a new way of life. And it's absolutely amazing. I love AI.
Yeah.
Not now. What I mean by love it, meaning I don't love it 100%. You just I'm like you. You have to accept it now because it's AI. It is the way it goes. So,
Yeah, and it's a tool to see, mijo. Sorry, I didn't should have said that. That means my son. See, what happens is you're already creative enough, and you're going to be even much more better as an artist because the tools that are available now, and you don't have to tell everybody, but yeah, I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, I came out with this whole thing about you'll see. Hopefully, I'll get to do the third season for my show. And I work with AI quite extensively to create something still from me because it's still me. It's just I didn't know certain things. I don't have to go to okay. Before we had an encyclopedia, okay, and then we had internet. So I don't go to the encyclopedia anymore. Now I go to the internet. So now I don't go to the internet anymore. I go to ChatGPT or I go to the other AI sources to
mm-hmm,
help me out.
mm-hmm.
You're still coming. I'm still writing the same paper, but not from the encyclopedia.
No,
See?
it's you and your brain writing the paper.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the help of the encyclopedia, if you want to use it, or the internet or whatever, it's
Yes,
still
help with the
you.
internet or the encyclopedia, all that. That's you
All that,
writing it.
use it. Yes, learn from it, be more creative because ideas come from anywhere. I could be sitting down in a bar or a restaurant, so, at a coffee shop, and I'm looking around, always looking at people trying to steal things from people, how they walk, how they do their hair, their mannerisms, their how they speak, the eyes and how they
Mm-hmm.
drink, how they hold. I'm constantly watching, and then I use it on my own when I have to do. I was in a scene for not Criminal Minds. I forgot that show. I play a prisoner, and I had a really long scene, like one of these interrogation room scenes that you see constantly. So I auditioned for it, and basically, my character, I had to go to the library, this character, and there's stuff in the library that I do messages so that other inmates can come in, and that's how we relate messages in the prison. So guess what Carlos did? I went to the library right before the callback, and I literally started writing messages and putting them in freaking books. Like, random messages like you're cool. I just put you're the greatest. Don't feel bad. And I just put stuff on the messages. And then, I sit around and kind of felt how it would feel. So when I did the audition, guess what? I already had done it. So it was real for me. I didn't have to act it out.
And that's a good way to practice. And I like it how you put notes in the book because you never know you could be impacting someone's life, making them feel
Yeah,
better.
isn't it great? So then if you go to Red Coral Universe, you go to my channel, I have a whole bunch of shorts there. I've done like close to 30. And there's this one called My Gift, and it's very similar to that. Unfortunately, I did my gift prior to, that TV show. It's a big show. I think it was on Fox. I'm sorry, bro. I have so many credits that since I don't pay attention to them. I just work. I just get a paycheck and move on. Thank
Well, I noticed you have a lot of credits, and you have done amazing job,
you.
fabulous job, and you know your work is a testimony in the entertainment industry.
Oh man, thank you. Um, Coco was one of the best ones for me. The movie Coco. I had to play four characters in Coco, and I remember when I was cast for to come into the voices because I wasn't part of the leads. I didn't even get to audition for them, but I got to get selected for the lesser characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I had done a movie called Panacea. Beautiful word. It's a Greek word. It means finding the elixir to the answer to everything, your question. So panacea is particular. It's that. It's the answer to what you're looking for. Great word. So I call it panacea, and it's a comedy about dying with dignity. Do you hear what I said? Dying
Mm-hmm.
with dignity. And so I made it into a comedy, and so if you can see my work as a director, but I'm with that movie at Sundance because I was not at Sundance, but it's a long story. But I was at Sundance with that movie, and a lot of people came to see it. It was part of a Latino something. It was very, very special. Red carpets, the whole thing. While I'm there, I get a call from my PR and said, "Guess what? Coco is going to the Oscars." I'm like, "What? What?" So then I remember I said, "Who's gonna be laughing with little skeletons, dead people, like how macabre are we?" And it worked.
Wow. I remember going to the Oscars, and it was amazing, and you did fabulous as well.
Thank you.
And I liked it. It was actually a pretty good movie. Um, I just kidding. I shouldn't say pretty. It was good.
Good, yeah.
Uh, and I can tell all the voices, and I some of them I did recognize your voice because
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Death is inevitable. And when we as view, especially because the kids started playing with the little skeletons, and now we as Latinos, we celebrate, and also there's other cultures that we celebrate death. So we remember those that have left ones. As a matter of fact, I have an altar here with my dead friends and family members and my dogs and stuff because you're connected and it gives you that energy. So death is a part of us. It's part of, you know, um, and when somebody leaves us, it's painful. And the way that the movie was structured was it's just about family and about a kid's dream like yours. Okay. And he wants to be a musician, and then the mother says, "No, you're crazy. He's not going to pay for anything." And the kid goes and dies and goes to see, and it's about dreams, it's about family, it's about love, it's about basically human beings
Mhm. And
and simple.
you're right. You're right. Family is important, and the movie brought peace.
Yes.
Brought
But
peace.
I mean, I was crying at the end with the grandma and the whole thing.
Yeah, I will not deny. I was crying as well. I will not deny that. I will be honest. I will open up and I will tell you I cried.
Yeah.
So, it, great movie. Great movie. So, any other I shouldn't say any other any upcoming projects that you can talk about. I understand, if you sign a DNA, I not DNA,
No,
DNR,
no,
I
no.
do understand.
I don't have projects, outside. Hollywood's kind of slowed down a little bit. A lot of the films have left Hollywood. They've gone worldwide. Netflix started this trend, and it seems like everybody's following it now. Hulu, then there's
And
just
if you mind me asking,
yeah.
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That is a bad thing for people like myself, but it's a good thing in general for the rest of the world because there's opportunities now. It's more. you know, competition
Do
is
you
harder.
I'm sorry, do you believe that it's hurting Hollywood?
Of course. Netflix started with the idea of CDs. And I remember I was at Sundance. It was during Transformers. I heard, hey, Netflix is here. They're buying all this content. All right, fine. So then I'm like, why? Well, they're going to open a library. And I go, yeah, but they're not paying us any residual checks. And then they're like, yeah, but it's okay because, we're going to make it work. Well, what they did was they didn't pay us residual checks, very, very little, like pennies, and they used the library as collateral to get the banks
Mm,
and the money so they
okay.
can create the studios. But they left Hollywood and they went to Japan, and there's down Brazil, Mexico City, all over, where I can't go and audition down in Mexico City, or because they're creating their little pockets. And I think that hurt this country and it's hurt us, but it's more opportunity. We can see more artists emerge. So you got to accept it. So what I did was I ended up, to answer your question, is creating my own content because
Mm-hmm.
then nobody can tell me
Mm-hmm.
what to do. So I'm connected right now with Red Coral Universe. Check it out, guys. It's a brand new platform. It's free. It's like Tubi, and they have a lot of great content there. And so they picked me up earlier this year in January, and I'm hoping that I can do my third season of Pepitos Mamadas and then do a whole series of it, like 30 minutes. Right now, they're like under 10 minutes a piece. We were considered for an Emmy nomination 2 years a row, considered for a nomination. So maybe we'll do it this year. And I say maybe because it's all in factors of money. But it's a great show. It's comedy. So I have that been working on, and then I have two other features. Hopefully, you'll see me on my first directorial full-length feature. It's either gonna be a horror film, which is easy to sell. It's called It's Papaloto. It's about one of the goddess of the Aztec. Or sorry, it's an Aztec goddess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It takes place in Mexico somewhere. So it'll be that with a lot of humor, and then or it's going to be a dramedy, a dark comedy called The Devil's Tongue.
Wow.
So
I can't
so
wait for it to come out.
you do it yourself, and you assume the position. You ask the universe, and you just keep on trying, and hopefully somebody will see you, man. Somebody will hear you, and
Amen. Amen.
if you have that faith, you have that belief, you have that structure, it
Mm-hmm.
might take longer. It's taken me longer, but I don't care. So
Yep,
just
that's
you
true.
wait,
That's
just
true.
go for it with a smile on your face, a little coffee and a little tequila sometimes, and you'll be fine. That's
Well, that's true. Keep going for it. Go for it. Don't give up. 100%.
absolutely.
Well, Carlos, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on social media. It's all Carlos Moreno Jr. It's either website, carlosmorenojr.com, all Instagram, TikTok, you name it. It's all Carlos Moreno Jr. I'm the only Carlos Moreno Jr. actor. So it's just me. Please check it out. If you're in LA, come and watch The Mother
Mm-hmm.
with the Hat. It plays at the Odyssey Theater until the 31st. I will guarantee you, I will make sure that you will laugh and pee at the same time.
Well, everyone, please check out Carlos and support him. And Carlos, thank you for coming on.
Thank
I
you
look,
for the opportunity.
you're very welcome. It means a lot. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Reach out anytime.
I will. And, one thing I want to say about Instagram is the family support. We all support each other in this entertainment.
We'll
So,
follow each other.
yes. Thank you again, Carlos. We'll definitely stay in touch.
Blessings, and I'll see you sooner than later.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have you back soon. So,
Okay.
all right.
Bye. Thank
All
you,
right.
brother.
Talk to you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
buddy. Bye.